Hi, my name is Cindy Mushet. I'm the author of Sur La Table's new cookbook, The Art and Soul of Baking. I've been a pastry chef and teacher for nearly 20 years, and I've put all my best tips, tricks, and recipes in this book. So whether you're baking your very first cake or you're a seasoned professional, you'll find plenty of inspiration within these pages. A lot of people are intimidated by baking, but this book is like having your best friend who happens to be a pastry chef in the kitchen with you, guiding you to success with each recipe you attempt. Today, we're going to make one of my favorite recipes. First, I'll show you how to make flaky pie dough and pumpkin pie. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Cindy.
Are you ready to make flaky pie dough?
I am. I'd love for you to show me how to do this.
Let's get started. You can see the ingredients are very simple. Flour, water, sugar, salt, some butter. Let's put the sugar and salt in the bowl with the flour. And I'm just going to whisk those in so they're evenly combined. Okay. Then, we're going to take our cold butter. It's cut into pieces about a ½ inch or so in diameter. And since we're trying to keep the butter very cold, it's a good idea to use something like a pastry blender. You could also do this in the food processor or the mixer if you want. Don't add all your water at once because you may not need it. Different flours absorb water at different rates. And once you have too much water, you can't take it out. It doesn't look like I have enough right now, does it? Okay, here's my trick. I want you to reach your hand into the bowl and grab a handful of the mixture and squeeze it tightly in your hand. Open it up and see whether it falls apart through your fingers or whether it actually holds together. This looks like it has the perfect amount of water. So just kind of squeeze it together in the bowl, and once you get a few large clumps, go ahead and turn it out onto the board. Just knead it a couple of times on the table. You know, you always hear, don't play with the dough too much. And it's true, you don't want to develop a lot of gluten. We're not making bread here, and I think we're just about there. What we want to do now, we're going to roll it out into a circle in a little while. So we want to shape it into a circle now. You don't want it too thick, because as it gets cold, when it's thick, it's going to be really hard to roll out. Great. We're going to wrap the dough in plastic and refrigerate it. It's been about 20 minutes in the refrigerator. Let's unwrap it. We need some flour to dust our table so the dough doesn't stick. As long as your dough is cold, it won't absorb the flour. Okay. Here's one of my favorite tips, and that is, as you're rolling your dough, you're going to move it in about 2-hour increments. Let's pretend this is 12 o'clock noon. I'm going to roll up and back a couple of times, and then I'm going to take 2 o'clock and move it to 12. In this way, as I go back and forth and turn it 2 hours, I start to get a nice round circle. This looks just about the right size. I'm going to show you now how to put it in the pan. That looks beautiful. Now I'm going to take my brush and remove any excess flour. Fold it in half, in quarters. Now, put the point right in the center of the pan, and then simply unfold it. We're going to want to trim it to about 1 inch. Once it's trimmed to about 1 inch, you want to take that excess and fold it under, all the way around. Once you've folded it under, all the way around, you're going to flute the sides. So you're going to use a knuckle on the outside and your thumb and forefinger on the inside. You're going to push against each other to get a beautiful pattern. And it makes a really beautiful edge for the pie. There we go. But the next thing we need to do is chill this. It's very important when the pie shell goes into the oven that the butter be nice and cold.